evening.
Good evening.
Welcome everyone to this evening's special homage service to spiritual teachers. Today is full moon day, which is known in India as Vyasa Purnima, the full moon day dedicated to great sage Vyasa, Veda Vyasa, who was the author of Mahabharata, then Puranas, and also he was, you can say, sort of editor of the Vedas. So in that way, he salvaged Hinduism from uh, during that time. Actually, the Hinduism was everything was very much scattered. So he compiled them for the benefit of the posterior. That was the great job that he had done, so we pay respect to him because he salvaged Hinduism in that way. After Vyasa, there was a successive teachers whom he taught. In those days, teachings used to be done orally. So he taught his uh, Vedas and other compositions to successive students, and in that way the tradition has come down to us. Especially from the spiritual point of view, Vyasa taught, as we know, his students were yeah, Sukadeva, then was the Gaurupada. Of course, Sukadeva was one of the students. He had many other students, but from our point of view, it is important to know that Sukadeva, then his student was Gaurupada, then Govindapada, then Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya belongs to the tradition. And Padmapada, then Hastamalaka, then Trutaka, and then Sureshwara. Then of course there is a delineation. That means in the matters where the records are kept, we find the name of the successive teachers. That is a long list. Then we find our Sri Ramakrishna learned Vedas or spiritual teachings according to Vedanta from Tothapuri, who belong to this order. Then after Tothapuri, Sri Ramakrishna, then Swami Vivekananda, Brahmananda and other disciples, and in that way we draw our tradition to Vedavyasa, who was the original teacher. So today is full moon day. Full moon day, in a sense, that means today there is some significance scientifically also, but unfortunately, and there is an eclipse also. Very unfortunately, the eclipse will not be seen on the northern America. It will be seen by others. So why actually we respect teachers? Teachers are important in a sense that means spirituality is an imperceptible thing. It is a matter of mind and beyond mind. So we need a guide to help in understanding that and also to seek that truth which comes to the spiritual practices. So that is why there is a great importance of teachers in the mystical tradition. There is a saying in is that if you want to seek spirituality, suppose one is born. So after born, there are many teachers that we have. That means we go to school, then we go to some professional training, and in that way actually we have many teachers. But ultimately, for spiritual knowledge, we have to go to a teacher who is really illumined. There is a saying that Janmana Jayate Shudra, Sanskara Dija Uchate, Vedo Pati Bhavet Vipra, Brahma Janati Brahmana. This is an old saying that says that means when you are born, you are just like ordinary person. Shudra, that means you do not have any what is called knowledge and inclination and all those things. Then you get secular teaching, and in that way you can say that you are a Dija, that means just like a Brahmin who has studied. Then if you study scriptures under a teacher, then you will be called a Vipra, that means you are in a line for getting to higher knowledge. And ultimately you will get the title of Brahmana, that means those who, after doing spiritual practices, you become Brahmavid, that means you become a knower of Brahma. So in that way, teachers are very important. There are many compositions which are which eulogizes the greatness of teacher. One of them is Guru Tattva, that we see, in that we see that Gurudeva Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namo. That means Guru is Sakshat, that means he is as if ultimate reality has taken the form of a human being in the form of a Guru, and he is giving the knowledge in that way that far actually goes. Now the system is like this, that Guru teaches in this way, that means we give some mantra or something like that, or his knowledge is important in that way, and he also says that you do this practice. That means how to do meditation and all those things he will say, and by doing that one become what is called a realized person. The process is very simple, but it depends upon the two things. That means a realized person, if he gives the knowledge, then it becomes very useful, and if the seeker is really very sincere, then actually things happen. So in that way, this knowledge of spirituality is continuing in this world. It is not in the point. It is not only in Hinduism, but in other religions also we find that it is necessary to go to a person who knows things. Otherwise, by reading books or by surmising, you cannot really figure out. It will be a waste of time. By the time you will die, probably you will be still searching. But a teacher, a knower of spirituality, if he is there, that means who has practiced and who has the knowledge, if he guides, then it becomes easy, and time will be, it will not be that time consuming. So that is why we respect all teachers, and of all the teachers, Vedavyasa is considered to be the greatest because he has left this tradition for the posterior. We are still getting benefit of the studying of the Upanishads and finding out the meaning and doing the practices and all those things. So our function will be very simple today. First, we shall garland the statue of Shankaracharya. We have selected to pay respect in this shrine because Shankaracharya, in our order, in monastic order, he is considered to be the founder in one sense, and he also, as I told you, is in the tradition of Vedavyasa. And we do not celebrate Shankaracharya's birthday, but we pay respect to him, and through him the other teachers on this particular day. So the first will be garlanding and flower offering of Shankaracharya's statue. Then our choir will sing an eulogy of Guru, Bhavasagara. That song we sing on the Vesper, in our Vesper service. Then they will be reading a note on Guru cult. Actually, Guru, Guru has become a very common word nowadays, but the significance of Guru is very important to know. And by knowing that, we need to know that how far actually Guru can help, and what type of help actually can get from the Guru, and what will be our duty after getting help from the Guru. So all those things we need to know very clearly. And we shall read one article which was written by Swami Yoteshwarananda, a note on Guru cult. So this will be read by Swami Ishodhanananda. Then our choir will sing Oije Dekha Jai, a song which often we sing. And then Ramakrishna Govindo, a song which was composed by Swami Sadhanji Maharaj, our previous Swamiji. He had composed that in eulogy of Sri Ramakrishna. Then flower offering. Of course, we can start flower offering when the choir is singing. Then during the flower offering, our devotees will sing, rather chant, Nirvanastakam, a composition by Shankaracharya. So this is the function. These are the events that will be performed now. After that, we shall go to the assembly room to have refreshments. And before we go, we shall pay our respect to our teachers who are sitting in the auditorium, in the chapel. So they are our great teachers. Time to time, we read one article by Swami Vivekananda on great teachers of the world. So they are considered to be great teachers. That means they have illumined many, many souls. So we shall go and pay respect, and then we shall have our refreshments in the assembly room. And I thank you very much for coming and attending this outdoor function.
Sanchita Bhaktirane Gurudeva Jaya Taradina Jane Savanama Sada Shubha Sadakane Vavita Jamanava Avakare Manimatava Gojara Sudamane Gurudeva Jaya Taradina Jane Jaya Sadguru Ishvara Prapakahe Bhavaroga Vinara Vinashakahe Marajena Rahe Tava Shri Charane Gurudeva Daya Taradina Jane Gurudeva Daya Taradina Jane Gurudeva Daya Taradina Jane.
A note on the Guru cult by Swami Yatishwarananda. From times immemorial, the Guru or the spiritual teacher has been given the highest place of honor in India and elsewhere. The Hindu scriptures go to the length of saying that the Guru is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, nay, even the Para Brahman, the Supreme Spirit itself. Most people, however, forget that this has been said from the spiritual angle and never from the physical point of view. The trouble with most spiritual seekers is that they identify themselves with their bodies and personalities and become devoted to a male or female deity and remain stuck there. And if they have a spiritual teacher, they cling to the form and personality of the teacher. This is nothing but materialism, though given a spiritual color. However useful it may be in the beginning, this spiritual materialism must be transcended. But how to do it is the question. As one advances in the spiritual path, one must come to realize that the worshipper is a soul and the deity that is worshipped is none other than the Paramatma itself. The soul is, as it were, a part of the Paramatma, the infinite spirit, and the Guru also, in his true nature, is a divine manifestation through whom flows the divine grace, knowledge, love, and bliss. The task before us is how to realize this truth that the devotee, the Ishta Devata, and the Guru are in reality manifestations of the same transcendent spirit. Before beginning our meditation, let us first consider the body as the temple. We may now enter this temple through the gateway of the heart and find that our heart is filled with the light and consciousness of the Jivatma, which is a part of the Paramatma, the infinite light, and infinite consciousness. Let us merge our body, mind, and the whole world into this infinite reality and imagine that we are like a little sphere of light and consciousness interpenetrated and permeated by the infinite light and infinite consciousness. Since this form of meditation is beyond the reach of the ordinary people, let us think that our soul puts on a pure mental body and a pure physical body, and the Paramatma takes the form of the Guru on one side and of the Ishta Devata on the other. After saluting the Guru, we should merge his personality in the Ishta Devata and meditate on him or her, repeating the Ishta mantra. The first state is Rupa Dhyana, that is, to meditate on the entire luminous, blissful form of the deity. The next is Guna Dhyana, that is, to meditate on the infinite good qualities of the deity, like infinite purity, knowledge, devotion, love, and bliss. The third and the last stage is Sarupa Dhyana, that is, to meditate on the all-pervading consciousness of which the Holy Personality as well as the Guru and the disciples are different manifestations. This infinite background should never be forgotten during the previous stages of meditation. The spiritual seeker should always remember that the idolizing of a human form and the blind worshipping of a human personality is a stumbling block in spiritual progress and is harmful both to the disciple and the Guru. A true teacher is a free soul and would very much like to see that all his disciples stand on their own feet, realize their divine nature, and solve their individual problems, developing a cosmic outlook. If the disciples continue to cling to the Guru's personality and look up to him for help and guidance at every step, he feels the drag and regrets his inability to make them attain that spiritual strength and freedom which he himself enjoys. He will rather have one free soul as his disciple than a multitude of them following him blindly. It is for this reason that the wise spiritual teacher deprecates the idea of blind personal service, which is very common in India. Most of the disciples forget that the following of the ideal and the living of the life is much more important than attending on the Guru in person. We should so train ourselves that instead of depending too much on the outside teacher, we depend more and more on the indwelling Guru and reach a state of spiritual consciousness which we must be able to maintain whether the Guru is alive in this world or has passed on, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, from this room to that room, meaning from the physical plane of consciousness to a subtler one. This danger of falling into the rut of the Guru cult we can avoid only by meditation in the aforesaid way on the basis of the formless infinite spirit who is also infinite knowledge, infinite love, and infinite bliss. Again, when we return to the plane of personality, we should stress more the spirit and not the form. In order to avoid self-deception, it is good to meditate on the infinite spirit, merging all forms into it, and try to be established in the supreme consciousness through repeated practice. This helps not only the student but also the teacher towards the realization of perfect freedom and peace.
ওই যে দেখা যায়
ওই যে দেখা যায়, ওই যে দেখা যায়, আনন্দ ধামা, অপূর্ব শোভানো ভাবজালো
song is Rama Krishna Govinda.
Rama Krishna, Rama Krishna, Govinda Narayana, Govinda Narayana, Gopala Jagata Guru, Gopala Jagata Guru, Mama Maya Shokahara, Mama Maya Shokahara, Rama Krishna, Rama Krishna, Rama Sita Adhikama Parayana, Rama Sita Adhikama Parayana, Dinanatha Prabhu, Dinanatha Prabhu, Madhava Muraridhara, Madhava Muraridhara, Rama Krishna, Rama Krishna, Govinda Narayana, Gopala Jagata Guru, Baba Maya Shokahara, Rama Krishna, Rama Krishna, Paramakarana, Jagadisha Lokapata, Paramakarana, Jagadisha Lokapata, Yuga Avatara Deva, Yuga Avatara Deva, Bhakti Mukti Data, Bhakti Mukti Data, Sukadayaka Dukkha Bandhana Swami, Sukadayaka Dukkha Bandhana Swami, Nishadina Namadavamana, Nishadina Namadavamana, Japata Shantikara, Japata Shantikara, Rama Krishna, Rama Krishna, Govinda Narayana, Gopala Jagata Guru, Baba Maya Shokahara, Rama Krishna, Rama Krishna.
Now those who want to offer flowers, please come from the sign where the path is there. You can come here and offer flowers. There are flowers in that basket. And then you can just go around and come out this way from that side. Please go ahead. And our choir will chant Nirvanastakam. This is a composition by Shankaracharya, very well known composition. So our choir will chant that.
Nirvana Shatakam. Neither am I the mind, nor the intelligence or ego. Neither am I the organ of hearing, nor that of tasting, smelling, or seeing. Neither am I the sky, nor the earth, neither fire nor air. I am the ever-pure, blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Neither am I the vital breath, nor the 5 vital airs. Neither am I the 7 ingredients of the body, nor the 5 sheaths of the body. Neither am I the organ of speech, nor the organs for holding, movement, or excretion. I am the ever-pure, blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Neither do I have hatred, nor attachment, neither greed, nor infatuation. Neither do I have pride, nor feelings of envy and jealousy. I am not within the bounds of righteousness, wealth, desire, and liberation. I am the ever-pure, blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Neither am I bound by merits nor sins, neither by worldly joys nor by sorrows. Neither am I bound by sacred hymns nor by sacred places, neither by sacred scriptures nor by sacrifices. I am neither enjoyment nor an object to be enjoyed, nor the enjoyer. I am the ever-pure, blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. Neither am I bound by death and its fear, nor by the rules of caste and its distinctions. Neither do I have father and mother, nor do I have birth. Neither do I have relations, nor friends, neither spiritual teacher nor disciple. I am the ever-pure, blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. I am without any variation and without form. I am present everywhere as the underlying substratum of everything and behind all sense organs. Neither do I get attached to anything, nor get freed from anything. I am the ever-pure, blissful consciousness. I am Shiva. I am Shiva, the ever-pure, blissful consciousness.
punyam na papam na saukyam na dukham na mantro na tirtham na veda na yajna aham bhojanam naiva bhojam na bhokta Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Na mrityu na shanka na me jati vedaha Pita naiva me naiva mata na janma Na bandhu na mitram guru naiva shishya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Aham Nirvikalpo Nirakara Rupo Vimutva cha sarvatra sarvendriyanam Na shasangatam naiva muktirna meya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham
iPhone? Oh, the phone? It's online? iPhone browser.
Since there is still some time, I would like to chant one more. It is a song, it is a hymn composed by Acharya Shankara on Guru. Okay, and the meaning is very significant, very profound. If the body is handsome, the wife is attractive, the fame is spread far and wide, the wealth is enormous and stable like mount. But of what consequence are all these if the mind is not fixed in devotion to the lotus feet of Guru? Really, of what use is all this? What use? What use? Like that it goes on. Let me try to. Shariram surupam sadarogamuktam yasascharuchitram dhanam merutulyam gurorangripadme manaschena lagnam tato kim 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 kalatram dhanam putro pautradi sarvam viham pandava sarvam etad hi jatam gurorangripadme manaschena lagnam tato kim 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 sharangadi veda mukhe shastra vidva kavitvam chagaddam supaddam karoti gurorangripadme manaschena lagnam tato kim 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 videshe chumanyah sadeshe sudhanyah sadachara vritteshu matto nachanya gurorangripadme manaschena lagnam tato kim tato kim tato kim tato kim Samamandale bhupa bhupala vrindai sada sevitam yasva padaravindam gurorangripadme manaschena lagnam tato kim tato kim tato kim tato kim Aranye nava sasya gehe na karye na dehe manovar tate me tanarghe gurorangri padme manasche na lagna tata hakim 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 tata hakim. I read the translation of the first paragraph only. Here are the translations of the rest of the paragraphs. Wife, wealth, son, grandson, and the like, house, relations, even if all these are there, fate is certain. Of what consequence is one's life if his mind is not devoted to the feet of Guru? Ascertain what use is any possession, person or object, of what use, of what use, of what use indeed. All the Vedas are mastered and even and ever present on the lips. Likewise, knowledge of all the sciences is well gained. The ability to write prose or verse is also present. Even then, of what ultimate benefit is all this if one's mind does not devoutly rest on the feet of Guru, by whose grace alone can one's soul be liberated? Of what use, of what use, of what use indeed. I am honored well even in far off places, held in high esteem in my own locality. In good conduct and noble deeds, there is no one to excel me. If one has occasion to think like this, of what avail is it if the mind is not steeped in devotion and humility towards the feet of the Guru, from whom alone can flow wisdom and immortality? Your feet may be worshipped constantly, even by the great kings and emperors of the world, for reason of your greatness and scholarship. But of what real consequence is that if the mind is not graced by the blessing of unflinching devotion to the Guru, by whose loving touch alone can redemption and peace be realized?
our today's program ends here. Now we shall go to the assembly room and have prasad refreshments. And thank you very much for attending this homage to the teachers ceremony.